Hey everyone, this is Aubrey from Piece by Piece Living, and today I just wanted to share with you some tips and tricks for organizing your kitchen area, your pantry, your cabinets, your drawers, things like that. So I'm going to kind of walk you through some key areas within my kitchen and show you how I decided to organize it. So there are a lot of ways to organize things. Some people, their kitchen looks absolutely perfect. Mine is not that way. I wanted to wait to do this video until everything was absolutely perfect, and I knew that day would never come. So that's why I've just decided to go ahead and record the video. So before I moved into this place that I'm currently at, our kitchen was absolutely tiny. There was no stove, there was no oven. All we had was a stovetop induction, like hot plate, and then we had an air fryer. So I used that for about 5 years. We finally decided to move to a new location, and this location has a really big kitchen area with a ton of cabinets. So I'm very happy about that. So it took me quite a while to organize this area because I can't justify spending $20 for an organization bin for my cabinets, for my drawers. I can't justify it. And if you go to any of the big name stores like Target, Bed Bath & Beyond, the Container Store, if you have one by you, each container is like $20. And it's made from acrylic, so I don't know why it's that expensive. So what I had to do is over time, I kind of accumulated different pieces from Walmart, Amazon, and from Home Goods, sometimes TJ Maxx. And between those couple of stores, I was able to find what I needed. And there are still a few areas in my kitchen where I have no clue what I'm doing, and I have no clue how I want to organize it still. So those areas I just left as is, and eventually later on, I'll go ahead and perfect that area. But I don't want to wait for that day to come, so I'm just gonna do a run through of some of the major parts of my kitchen to show you how I organized it. Okay, so let me take you through my pantry area. I kind of have it broken up into sections, and I organized it as best as I could. It is not perfect. It is not like the home edit girls. Not all my stuff is from the Container Store, but I did the best that I could. So let me show you what I have. Up here is kind of like the miscellaneous. I don't really know what to do with these items. I don't really know what container they're gonna go in, so I put them way up there. This is stuff that I'm not really gonna reach for very often. So that's kind of like the I don't know what to do with that part. This part right here is kind of like the baking section. So I looked at different containers and they were all quite pricey. So what I decided to do is I kept the containers that I had, and they're like way back there from Walmart. And then I went ahead and purchased mason jars that were different sizes. And then I just kept the normal lids on them because it does make them airtight. And then what I did was I used my label maker to label them, or I also used a paint pen to write on there. So it kind of just gives a different feel of it, but either one works, whether you do the label maker or the pen. And then I also purchased a tier so that you can kind of see everything. It's stored vertically. And this also helps me because I'm so short. Okay, so that's baking. And if you go down below, this is kind of like my condiment section with like breadcrumbs. So the bad part when you go to Costco is that you get things in bulk and you don't really know what to do with them, and they're kind of big and just out of place. So I bought this from Costco. So right now I'm just storing it here. But in this section right here, I just have this bin that I've had for a while. I decided to just keep it. And I've got things like breadcrumbs, a little bit of oatmeal, and rice. So it kind of just keeps these boxes nicely organized. And then over here, I got this really cool acrylic container, I think from Home Goods, and I just keep like my ketchup, barbecue sauce, mustard, and some random sauces in there. And it just kind of helps to organize everything so that if I need to reach something in the back, I can just go ahead and pull this out. Down below over here, I kind of have my Mexican hot sauce spicy area. To organize the hot sauces, I put them on a Lazy Susan. So this just makes it really cool, fun, and easy to just see what you have and grab it. And then right behind here, I have a tier that I got from Walmart, where I normally just store the canned beans and some mason jar items. Let me move this. So right here, I just have like mason jar items for like brown rice. So I'll just store it like that. And I try to store everything, all the items that are kind of similar. And then down below, I have my drinks, some snacks, and then my pasta shells. I like to store my pasta shells inside glass containers like this. I do have a couple of plastic ones, but I will just store my like spaghetti noodles in there. And then I've got this really cool soda organizer. I think they do have stackable ones too, which I wish I would have got the stackable ones, but I just went ahead and bought one. So it keeps things nicely organized. And then I bought this thing from Home Goods as well to organize my snacks. They pull out, that way you can see everything. And it has 2 sections. So this is this side of my pantry. Let me show you the other side. All right, so for this side of the pantry, this top shelf, I have my mason jars way in the back, and then I have my Ninja blender. I have it up here because I don't use it that often, so that way I don't have to like move things around. Whatever I don't use often, I put as high as possible, because I'm sure I can't reach it. So if I really wanted to reach it, I'd have to get a stool out. And right below that area, I have, oh, I forgot to show you this thing. This thing right here I got from Home Goods. It pulls out and you can kind of just slide it into your shelf. It doesn't hold like a lot of stuff, or it can't hold anything heavy. So I just put things like crackers and like little soup crackers in here. And then right here I have my keto noodles in this acrylic holder container. And then over here I have all my soups. So you've got your top ramen in here for my husband, some canned soups, and then I've got like some box of tomato soup. So having this just makes it easy to see and it's easy to pull out. And then right below there I have my canned good areas. I don't have a lot of canned goods, but what I did is I used another tier so that I can see what's in the back. And I put the canned items that I don't normally use as far back as possible because I'm not going to be reaching for them very often. And what I try to do is just organize them in a way so that I can kind of see what I have, and to put the stuff that's going to go bad closer to the front so I don't waste it. All right, and down below there I have my pasta tomato sauce area. So I got this really cool Lazy Susan, again from Home Goods. And I think this is the one that I design, the one that collaborates with the Home Edit. These are normally like 20 something bucks, and I think Home Goods had it for like $9. Back there I have another can here where I keep my canned diced tomatoes and tomato sauce. And in this Lazy Susan, I normally just keep my jarred tomato sauces or my jarred tomato purees. Okay, and lastly down here, I could not for the life of me figure out how to organize my bread and chips. So what I did is I just went ahead and put a crate in here to hold everything together. You could use any other bin as well. So I have my chips in here and like tortillas and hamburger buns. And then what I did was all of my chicken stock and my almond milk, I went ahead and just kind of stored off to the side. And that was the best location I could find for everything. So that is my pantry.